Right, all of them are fine. Yep, we can go. Arnob, Asia indeed looks a little bit troubled because we have just liberated them very, very recently. That's the reason why I'm also a little bit careful at the moment.
Securing the site is our top priority.
Next month I'm probably going to go for the alien base assault. But until then we'll just keep it in our back pocket, because it's just more optionality. So in case Asia would now defect, I could still go for the alien base.
I'm on my way.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, so that's the smallest possible map that we could have found. Landed UFO means we are up against 4 to 6 aliens. And it might as well be a mutant plus his berserker friends. I'm not particularly keen in finding out if that is really the case. But keep in mind, it could be a mutant berserker plus 2 mutants with heavy plasma. That's the worst case for a pod currently. That's 20, 30, 40 hit points worth of enemies, plus they deal a lot of damage.
Moving out.
So, 2 sources of melt. Still want to be careful here.
Moving.
We have no real shortage on melt so far. That's the reason why I'm not like running there like a madman. And also with the genetic lab that I'm building soon, we will have mimetic skin, and that is usually increasing your melt securing rate quite significantly, because you can just move up. So as soon as we cross this here, there will be the outsider. So instead of going there right now, let's consider if that would trigger the outsider already. If it's not triggering it, I was about to say, if it's not triggering it, we would have just moved the guys over there. Since it has triggered the outsider, we now want to make sure that we can deal with him. But that should be okay. Let's get rid of the cover. But maybe let's not completely blow up the whole stage.
That's what we're looking for.
He's still in full cover because the door frame itself is indestructible. So that wasn't such a bad play overall.
Moving out.
But still, we do have quite a couple of shots to kill him. And if we wouldn't have hit him, I still have the collateral damage here, which would have dealt the last point of damage. So always have a backup plan B here. Sounds like another cyber disk.
I'm on my way. X-ray spotted.
And that is the second worst possible pack. And I again forgot my arc thrower. Damn! I wanted to have the option to capture them. I guess it's just killing them instead this time, because I do have disabling shot, and I was so eager to use it.
Changing sights.
That's not far enough. Let's not underestimate them, shall we? So, getting rid of the cover will mean that only this guy has a shot. We have enough hit points to compensate for it. Just want to make sure that we can definitely kill all of them afterwards. Okay, so let's start
Heading there now.
moving up here. Wow, both of them have no line of sight. That is interesting. That is interesting. How is this possible? Okay, I could still move up here, which would definitely be line of sight.
Set him up, knock him down. Position confirmed.
Okay, without the cover, that's going to be a solid hit.
On my way.
Can't understand why they have no line of sight. Maybe they aren't close enough, but that would suck, really. I can only kill one, which is a little bit disappointing. Let's just SWAT side. I could take care about all of them. And he would be in full cover plus smoke.
Cover going out.
And on top, they have 80 aim. I was thinking about hunkering down because that would have been very nice. So I guess it's a little bit more of a defensive play this time.
Heading there now.
Only reason why I'm doing this is because they have no line of sight, otherwise we could have killed them easily. At least two of them, and for the third one I wouldn't be so afraid about him. So all of them are gone. He's in smoke, so that should be fine as well. Yeah, and one is down. So the opponents are mainly based on your timeline, on the timeline. So each month theoretically has the option for new opponents, right? So
We should exercise caution.
the months. Wow. 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 That's 3 Overwatches and really a bunch of opponents here. It's probably, if that is going to hit, it's a very worthwhile rocket. I don't care about the melt. I couldn't care less.
It would be preferable if we attempted to retreat.
So that's
this
5
camp
times
rather than
9
destroying them.
and 3 times 6 damage, which is 63 points of damage with 1 rocket. Not sure if you are going to see such a nice rocket anytime soon. I am willing to disable the Mechtoid with a disabling shot. It's a 90% chance of taking him out of the fight for the next round, because we now need to prioritize our targets a little bit. So not going to kill him, he needs to reload. Instead, let's try to get rid of the cyber disc. Of course, only 1 damage short. Wouldn't have expected it any other way. So that's 82%, 74%. She has covering smoke, which is necessary for the next round because I don't want to spend the rest of the round in half cover. Okay, so much for the cyber disc. Now still let's take a look. We still have 2 more actions. Yeah, I would have wanted to kill this guy here because he's in the open and a very easy target, but presumably there is no line of sight available. Unfortunate. Destroying the flight computer will only deal 2 damage. And then her aim is not good enough currently. Plus, I want to stand here in half cover really. Let's try to kill him. When we do not move, we do have 2 shots with him. So now the question is, shall we go for Overwatch shot and take a 50-50 in killing it before it deals any damage, or shall we just use the nice smoke grenade and say, well, fuck you. I guess I'll go with the fuck you. Smoke and half cover means we are a little bit better off as opposed to of being in full cover. Mectoid is going to charge fearlessly and now going to reload. Yep, he just reloaded his weapons. That's a full cover. Right. Could have been worse. Now let's start with the immediate threat, which is the Mectoid. 7 points of damage.
X-ray eliminated. Out of ammo.
Let's try to give our rookies some of the kills. It's only 30% chance. Not going to happen.
Miss the target.
Oh, that was a solid kill.
Mission objectives completed.
So, with the disadvantage of having a small map was quite clear in this case, because everything went by the numbers, but then all of a sudden you guys have seen that we were up against Cyberdisk, a Mectoid, 3 mutants, 2 drones and 2 sectoids. But lucky for us, 62 points damage rocket kind of saved the day.
Everything by the numbers and not a scratch on it. Hopefully every operation goes this well.
Opportunist, very well. Our sniper is progressing nice, I like it. And Let's one more day, and now we are going to look for Exalt again. Insufficient cash to sweep. It's becoming more and more expensive. 200 to sweep. But I don't want to risk that there is a sell, and it's just then increasing panic.
Intel scan complete.
Because sometimes you're unlucky and it's like in Mexico, and then they just go wild. So, Nigeria. That sniper looks really good.
XCOM operative deployed against Exalt position in Nigeria.
Good. Even that works out quite well. So now we're nearly done with the UFO power source. We even have the covered ops in this month, which is good. And last but not least, we need to wait for the thermo generator to go on with our further build projects. Just want to check, we do have our satellites, all of them are available. Can just like cover most of Europe afterwards. Good. I'm not sure if we have even seen an abduction mission this month. 4 laser rifles for super large amounts of money. Of course we are going to do that. I don't need sectoids currently. I also don't need mutants currently. Just need some for the autopsy. Cyberdiscs are definitely good. We need them. Mectoids for our autopsy still. All right, 300. Thank you very much. Anything in the foundry that we could continue? No, we just sold the drone wrecks. Oh, damn. Anyways, we can get them a little bit later.
We're certainly keeping the boys down in the foundry busy. I'll let them know you've got another
Good, so we can now manufacture the next upgrade for our mech, which is good. Probably going to do this right now. And let's get an instant mectoid autopsy, which is nice. Sharp armor and advanced servo motors, both are super good for our mech, so I'm going to go for both of them. Next up is going to be Elarium, like we said, and then we're going for Titan armor. Build upgrade mechs, yes please. So next up we do have the option between Restorative Mist, which I like, but I like even more to remove cover. So that's going to be 60 melt, which is expensive, but the upgrade is really good. Also within the foundry, let's start with the advanced servo motors, because additional movement speed for the mech is awesome.
I'll make sure production begins immediately, and as soon as
I was about to say,